when I applied for the Hellcat, like I said, I had 2 cars. My my down payment was a significant amount. It was. What up, Mula gang? It's your boy Mac Mula, aka Mr. Mula Mac. Welcome back to the Con channel, man. On Photo Grade. I'm currently in the Hellcat right now, as y'all can see. Peanut butter guts, nigga. Orange guts, nigga. I got my Funky on me right now, unflamed up. I'm chilling, man. I just got fresh off of POV, and y'all know I just copped this Hellcat. It was probably when I copped it. I think I copped it on January 31st, and I posted it February 1st, right? So I've been had this about a month. I've probably driven it a cool 7 times. Hold on, let me skirt. All right, let me roll the window up because that shit too loud. But yeah, I probably driven it a total of 7 times. I probably put like 400-500 miles on it just driving it and shit. But a lot of people been asking me. One of the main questions I've been getting is, Mako, how much did you pay for it? How much are your monthly payments? So we gonna go ahead and talk about that shit right now. The reason I'm making this video is because when I was trying to get cars and cribs and just all type of shit, I always looked up on YouTube what I needed to make the shit possible. And a lot of people wouldn't be very transparent in telling me that shit. So I want to break down every single thing that's going on and exactly how I went about getting the deal, right? So if y'all don't know, this is a 2022 Hellcat. Now, both my cars that I have right now, my GLE 63S and my Corvette C8 are 2023. When I got both of them, I think my GLE had about 5 miles on it, and my Corvette had about 6-7 miles on it or some shit when I got it, right? So I like brand new cars. The reason I didn't get no brand new car is because it's a Hellcat, right? And also because I already had 2 cars, and I wasn't willing to give up either one of them at the moment when I got this car. So I went in there, I applied for it, and it really was a shot in the dark, honestly, because I'm just turned 25 last October. So they don't like giving a lot of shit away to people who's young, right? If I was 30, something like that, or whatever the case may be, I would have had a lot more leniency on my down payment and my monthly payment, right? So, but the main thing I want to get across to y'all is that y'all have to understand is that I have 2 other cars. So the amount that I pay as far as down payment, I have 2 other cars and I'm only 25, right? So the shit that I have as far as down payment goes is probably going to be a significant amount higher than somebody who wants a Hellcat for their first and only car, right? With that being said, last thing I want to say before I give y'all all the info. With that being said, I do not think you should be getting a Hellcat as your first and only car unless you specifically are willing to extremely and push past chasing a dream. If you are not finna use this Hellcat to make content and blow up on YouTube, on Instagram, or something like that, I don't recommend buying it as your first car. I think this is at least a second car, definitely a third or fourth car. You know what I'm saying? If you got it like that, but it's nothing that should be driven on a daily basis, I feel like. Especially if you really driving. If you're going up the street and back, okay, whatever. But if you really driving, like you on the freeway, you picking your girl up, you taking her back home, you picking the homies up, you going on dates, you doing this, you doing that. Every single day you going to work in a Hellcat, I definitely don't think that's a good idea, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, what the fuck is this nigga doing? You just gonna take up the whole, like, bro, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, nigga, get the fuck out. What are you doing? With all that being said, so let me break down my other. Well, I'm not gonna break down my other cars in this video. I'm going to tell you guys how much I pay a month for my other cars. The other cars I have: GLE 63S, Corvette C8. So I will tell you guys how much I pay for those cars a month and all that in separate videos. But for this Hellcat, when I applied, and on top of that, I have a business, guys. So I don't have like pay stubs and shit like that. So my income is a little different as well. I think it'll probably be your payments will probably be a lot smaller if you have like a traditional job. Like if you make $500,000-$700,000 a year and you have a 9-to-5 job and they pay you salary or whatever the case is, you have a much higher chance of getting a slightly better deal. But so let's put it like this. So when I applied for the Hellcat, like I said, I had 2 cars. my down payment was a significant amount. It was $20,000, right? Now, here's the details behind my down payment. So, $20,000 down payment is what I put down on the Hellcat. Again, I probably would have got away with $4,000 or $5,000 if I didn't have no other car. If this was the only car on my credit, I probably would have a super low down payment. But since the fact that I got almost $300,000 in 2 other cars on my credit, and they haven't been on my credit for that long, that's what gave me a $20,000 down payment. But I didn't have to pay the full $20,000. I got approved for I think it was $10,000 to $15,000, and I just opted to do the $20,000 so that I have less owage on my credit, since I'm trying to get a house pretty soon. So $20,000 down payment. Now the car was about, I think I want to say when I found it, it was about $60,000. So it was a great deal. It only had 5,000 miles on it. For the same brand new Hellcats, they wanted anywhere between $90,000 to $100,000. So I would have paid $40,000 more than I paid for this car if I would have went brand new, which is why I got the 2022, no accidents, 1 owner, and it barely had I don't even think it had 5,000. I think it was like 4,000 something. So not even 5,000 miles on it, right? Which is pretty much brand new. So I'm like, okay, no accidents, nothing wrong with the car, no damage, no nothing. Like, I think it was maybe 1 oil change on this car. That's the only thing that ever happened. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna be bougie. On top of that, I was only buying this Hellcat, yes, to have fun, but mainly for content. I bought the Hellcat for my vlogs and for my car channel, right? And it has made me a lot of money. I pretty much already recouped on my down payment, right? Now, my down payment was $20,000. Like I said, I could have paid about $10,000 and got away with it. No cosigner, and my credit score at the time was, I think it was a little low. It was like 688 or 686 or something like that. It's like, it was teetering towards 700s, and it had dropped right before I applied. So yeah. And then my monthly payment was like $900 before I opted into the extra shit. So and that's a nice ass fucking Ferrari I'm looking at. But I opted into, you know how when you at the dealership, they say you can pay an extra $6 a month for this, $5 a month for this will get you this. So I opted into a lot of that shit. I opted into pretty much, everything is taken care of. I don't have to pay for oil changes for years. I don't have to pay for most damages on the car. My first few accidents or first few like problems that I have, I come in, I bring it to the dealership, it's free. I have gap insurance, so if I total the car out, instead of going through with my insurance, I can just pay the little $20 a month, extra $20 or $30, whatever it was a month that I'm paying through the dealership, and they'll cover the extra cost that the insurance won't cost. You get what I'm saying? The insurance won't pay for it, I mean. So with all of that added up, it ended up being $1,200 a month, right? So $20,000 down payment, $1,200 per month is what I paid for my Hellcat. Now again, like I said, I want to reiterate, I would have got a way crazier deal if I only had 1 car. You know what I'm saying? Or even if I would have traded in one of my cars. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to do that. My GLE is a lease, and my Corvette is a finance. This car is a finance. The reason I ended up putting $20,000 down though is because I wanted to owe a lot less. Like I said, I'm trying to get a house really soon. Like purchase a home really soon, like within the next year or maybe even year and a half, 2 years at the most. So with that being said, I didn't want to owe too much, right? And I'm even going to probably, honestly, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to pay this car off early versus just giving $1,200 a month. Like I was saying though, instead of paying $1,200 a month, I'm probably going to end up paying more than that just so I can pay the car off early and not owe too much on it. It'll go off my credit sooner, and I have a pretty much brand new Hellcat that I won't drive that much, that I can always sell back, especially with this electric shit they got coming out. A lot of people are gonna be in the market for a gas-powered Hellcat Charger wide body at that. Let me turn this on, y'all might not be able to see me. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people might not be in the market for that. Well, a lot of people are going to be in the market for that, so I felt like it was easy, no-brainer. On top of that, my Hellcat, so let me put it like this. The video I posted, and I want to explain this because this is the situation that I'm in, and I don't want you to make a decision based off what I did without me telling you about my position. So when I'm in a position to make money off of this car, right? So it starts to be more of an asset than a liability, even though it is a depreciating asset, but it's still making me cash flow, right? It's still making me money every month. So for example, just having this Hellcat, I got about 3,000 to 4,000 more subscribers on my vlog channel, and the vlog that I made of actually buying the Hellcat paid for that one video, paid for my first month, right? So my first month was already almost paid twice. My monthly payment was almost made twice off of one video, guys. And the video was just me going to buy the car. You get what I'm saying? So everybody might not be in that exact same position. I park right there, hell no. I park right here, hell no. Might have to swing around, hell yeah, swing around. Everybody might not be in my position, guys. So I want y'all to really take that into consideration. Okay, I'm in a position where I can post a Hellcat video, and even if I make $75, I can make money every single day just having this car, driving this car. Even if I just go downstairs and park the motherfucker. I could probably park right there, but it's gonna be a little tight. Even if I just come downstairs, start the car up, and show it on my Instagram, it makes me money. I've got Instagram followers, money from my YouTube channel. It's just a lot of ways to make money. The car is paying for itself, guys. You know what I'm saying? But I understand a lot of people might not be in a situation like that. So you have to take that into consideration. What else do I want to say? I pretty much covered everything, guys. So that's how much I spent on the Hellcat. As far as how much I make per month, it's easy 6 figures. So it's not too many months that's gonna go by where I don't make 6 figures in that month. We do have bad months, like $40,000-$50,000 I make profit in a month is a bad month. It's pretty that's a bad month for me. So a $20,000 down payment and a $1,200 a month in extra payments is not hurting me at all. Like, it doesn't change my lifestyle. I didn't have to, you know, not buy clothes for a little while because I bought the Hellcat. Like, none of that. I probably didn't do shit for a few days, you know what I'm saying, just to keep my money management skills high, money management up there. But it's not hurting me at all, guys. I could, like, I want to really reiterate this too. Like, I could afford, since I'm 25 now, since I was 23 years old, I could have 3 Lamborghinis right now and it would not hurt me. I could be paying $20,000-$30,000 a month in car payments and it would not change my lifestyle at all. And pay $10,000 a month for a house or an apartment and still go shopping and travel, and I would still have $50,000-$60,000 a month profit after I pay for all that shit. Send money to my mama, send money to whoever I want to send money to, buy extra shit, get a wrap on the car, and still have $50,000 to save and invest every single month of my life. You get what I'm saying? So you have to take that part into consideration, guys. I'm not in a traditional situation. I'm blessed, highly favored and blessed. But I'm not in a traditional situation that someone else might be, right? So if you have a 9-to-5 job and it's gonna take you 9 months to save up $20,000 or a year to save up $20,000 for a down payment on a Hellcat, I would tell you, fuck no, right? I would tell you to start a business, invest in that. Once you got real money, then you can come back and get a Hellcat and make money off that too. But if you're not in a position, if you're not in a fortunate position that I'm in right now, I would say wait a while. If you have to put too much money down on the Hellcat, I would say wait a while. It's a lot of things that go into it, guys. This Hellcat is extremely fun. It's a ball to have. It's fun as fuck. I'm talking about, nigga, it's loud. I always wanted the Charger. I've been watching Fast and Furious since I was little. Like, I've always wanted this shit. But it's not for everybody. You get what I'm saying? You have to think about gas. You got to think about oil changes. You got to think about tires if you're really going to be cutting up for real. You got to think about paying for the actual modifications if you want it. You know what I'm saying? Straight pipe, whatever you want to do, you got to think about that shit. And you also have to think about, the good part though is that you have to think about it like this. Parts are cheap, right? To fix a Dodge Charger is cheaper than to go to the dealership and fix a Lamborghini or a Mercedes, right? Even if it is a supercharged Hellcat, it's still a Charger, a Dodge Charger at the end of the day. But yeah, all in all, guys, it's a hell of a time, bro. It's fun as hell. If you can afford it, I definitely recommend buying a Hellcat. And you know what I'm saying? And especially for me, I only got $40-some thousand to pay on the car. Like, and that's all that's on my credit. That's the best part about it to me. I only have to pay $40,000 back. I can pay that back this month and own the Hellcat straight out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. And the reason I don't buy cars cash is because I know I'm just kind of talking right now, but this is all information people probably want to know. The reason I don't buy cars cash is because why would I go and spend, even if I have I can have $50 million in the bank. Why would I buy a $250,000 car straight out? As soon as I drive off, it's going to lose value, and I'm down $250,000. When I could take $20,000, $40,000, $50,000, put that as a down payment, pay $2,000-$3,000 a month, even if it is a Lamborghini, whatever it is, pay $2,000-$4,000 a month, and then I only spent altogether, I'm only down $50-some thousand. So now I can take that same $200,000 that I could have bought it cash. I could take that money and invest it and use that money to make me an extra $50,000 a month, right? So that's how I think about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about, I could buy all my cars cash right now. Every car that I got, I could buy cash, no problem. But why would I do something like that when I can save that money and put it somewhere else to increase the money that I have right now? You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's why I have the cars that I got, y'all. Like I said, bro, I make 6 figures. It's been 6 figures a month for two and a half, going on 2 years. It's about 2 years now. 2 years and some change. I made 6 figures a month. Sometimes it go down to 50, 70, 90. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's 6 figures. And I have a Hellcat, a Corvette, and an AMG GLE 63S. Not a Lamborghini, a Wraith, and you know what I'm saying? You always live under your means, guys. Always. So if you could barely afford a $1,200 a month, $1,200 payment, if you could barely afford that, this is not the car for you, right? Because in 2024, you're going to have to realize you're going to be paying at least close to about $1,000 a month for a Hellcat. You're going to pay about $1,000 a month for a car like this, and a significant down payment to get you that, and good credit, right? And I know a lot of y'all are younger, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all might be in college or whatever like that. You're going to need good credit, you're going to need cash flow, and you're going to need to be able to easily afford something, right? So if you can afford a Lamborghini, get a AMG, right? If you can afford a $3 million house, get a $1 million house, get a $1.5 million house. If you can afford Aston Martin, for $400,000 Aston Martin, get you a $200,000 Lamborghini, yours. Get what I'm saying? And make sure you have a way to cover that, bro. Always live below your means, guys. Living above my means would mean I'm spending 50, 60, 70% of what I'm making on bills, and then I live off the other 30. Like, that's not a life. That's not a life that you want to live. That's the most important part about all this shit. No matter how many clothes, cars, whatever you think I'm buying, purses for my girlfriend, trips, whatever you think it is, always know I'm making a lot more than I'm spending. And it's been like that since the first day I started getting money. My YouTube blew up from 20,000 subscribers to about 200,000 subscribers in 2 months. By the time I had 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I was making $100,000 a month. It's been like that since December of 2021. January of 2022, I made $100,000 for the first time, and it's been like that month after month after month after month. The first time I bought a car, I was still driving a Chevy Cruze with $400,000 in my account. I had about $500,000-$600,000 when I went and put a $20,000 down payment on a GLC 300, $75,000 car, and it was $900 a month payment with $500,000 to my name. I didn't go buy a Wraith. I didn't go buy a Lamborghini. I had $500,000. I was making $100,000 a month off my businesses and my YouTube channel, and I was living below my means, and I'm comfortable. So now I can afford to take a risk over here, take a risk over here, take a risk over here, take a risk over there. You get what I'm saying? And the last thing I want to say again, the reason I put my $20,000 down payment on this car is because I wanted to owe less, and the main reason I got this car was for content, to make money off the car. So I wanted to be in a position where 3-4 months go by, the car isn't really doing what I wanted to do, or maybe I'm just not enjoying the car. It's not making me as much money as I thought it would. Let me go give it back. I got my $20,000 back. I got my car payments every month. Let me get the car back. I got positive equity on the car. They'll probably give me a few more $1,000s for it. I don't have no miles. I don't barely drive the car, so I don't have miles on the car. They'll probably give me a few more thousand off of it, and I don't got to worry about it no more, right? So that was all my thinking that went through the process. But I hope I gave you guys any information. If you got any questions, bro, let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, I'm gonna do a video just like this about my Corvette, how much I spent, how much I paid every month, and how much my down payment was, and my AMG GLE 63S. I'm gonna do a video on that, giving y'all the information too. So I hope I was transparent. I hope y'all learned something. My name is Mula, and I'm gone. Peace.